Cade Cunningham last night had a career night, for better or for worse. So against the Washington Wizards, the Detroit Pistons were struggling and they were on the brink of losing. The game went into overtime. And in overtime, the Pistons pulled it out by a score of 137 to 135. And Cade Cunningham had 46 points. He had 12 rebounds. He had 11 assists. He had 5 steals. He had 2 blocks. But here's the tricky thing with this whole thing. Yes, Cade had 46 points. He shot 18 free throws. And he made 16 shots of those free throws. But here's the real tricky thing. He had 46 points on 45 shots, fellas. He went 14 for 45 from the field. Fellas, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this game last night. Cade shooting 45 shots. And right quick, Cade Cunningham's 31 missed shots in a single game is the new NBA record, passing Kobe's previous 30 missed shots. Fellas, let's talk about last night. Let's just talk about the Pistons and Cade Cunningham in general.
Question.
3 games in 4 nights will do that to you, man.
Yep.
Just a question, Ox. Are we boxing after the game?
No, because we won.
No, if you win, yeah.
We're not boxing. No, we're not
lose,
boxing.
yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna be like, if we're on the same team, I'm gonna lightheartedly talk shit. Like, damn, bro, like But I'm not tripping though. Like this the NBA, chill. You know what I'm saying? You got. I know a lot of people are efficiency merchants, but we got to win this basketball game, bro. And you had Cade, you did what you had to do. I'm laughing at it right now, but that's because I'm talking about basketball. You know what I'm saying? We're just up here talking about basketball. It's not real. It's not real. If we were playing, I'm going. If you were looking me off all night and whatever, and it was a close game, I'm like, bro, if you pass the ball, we won't be in overtime with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, I'm not really tripping though. Like, it's funny, and I'm going to talk shit about it because we're talking basketball. But it's a difference between talking about it and doing it. Okay, get them up, bro. We need to win this basketball game. I ain't tripping.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't have to take 46 shots last night. But
no, he didn't have to. But we have to win, though. We have to win this game.
It's kind of like, bro, why you did all that shit, bro? But it just goes to my point of, I just solely think it's too many goddamn possessions in basketball, bro. Like, it's too many possessions. Like, we playing 150 possessions because everything is fast, shoot a 3, fast, get the rebound, kick, shoot, kick, get the rebound, kick, shoot. Like, goddamn, bro, you took 46 goddamn shots.
That's like most of NBA history by like 15 years, but I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
It was crazy.
They used to take them and to the point of back in those, in the times of the 60s, Mars, where they were taking 46 shots a game, they wasn't skilled to where, like y'all say, skilled. If we skilled, one person shouldn't be taking 46 damn shots if the whole team is skilled. Some.
Well, yeah, they were missing a lot of their like guys. Like, shout out to Dennis Jenkins coming in off a 2-way and having a huge night.
Shout out, my
but
guy,
like that's who
getting Jenkins right.
But like that's like their roster was depleted. Like Tobias didn't play. Obviously, no Ivy, no Karis LeVert, no Beef Stew, no Asar.
Yeah.
Like they were coming off 3 games in 4 nights on a back-to-back.
Yeah,
their roster was depleted. They had nothing. Like Cade was tired. Everyone was tired. They didn't have much.
I bet he was tired. 46, get you tired.
Yeah, and I look at most of his shots. We can all be 1000% honest. The guy shot terribly. Like, we're not gonna dress that up in any other way than you missed 31 shots. You did not shoot the ball well.
Yeah,
but it didn't feel like he was derailing the offense. Does that make sense?
He wasn't.
So like it felt like they needed him to shoot, but it wasn't like he was just throwing up nonsense. I actually liked a lot of his looks. You take 45, there's going to be ill-advised ones for sure. But I liked a lot of his looks. There was just
all 45.
There was just a lid on the rim for him, especially like at the basket, which is unfortunate. But for the most part, I liked Detroit's offensive. I liked Detroit's offensive process. Cade gave everything he had on both sides of the ball. The whole team gave everything they had, and it's unfortunate you have to give everything you had against a team like the Wizards. But ultimately, they come away with a win. They were tired, they were depleted, and I think overall, I would still say Cade played well, but he shot the ball terribly. That's kind of where I left that game with. But it's also a skill to be. Yeah, it's also a skill to be able to generate that many shots.
I mean, it is, but Mark, I mean, I'm not knocking. I agree with every point you just made. To be honest with you, like I agree with you. Like they definitely needed Cade to do all of that. I'm just saying that shit is insane. Like I was just kind of rebutting to Ox, kind of saying, that he didn't have to do that if the league is supposed to be as skilled as what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be taking 46 goddamn shots.
Jordan.
But at the same time, he did have he assisted the ball well. Like Mar said, they had a lid on the basket for a little bit.
Well,
but
2 turnovers last night.
Yeah. Now he was assisting the ball.
Probably would have had more
Jordan.
if they was making their shots. He probably would have had more.
Jordan.
Yeah, that's
there's
for sure.
12 rebounds, 11 assists.
Yeah, he had the ball that much.
There's
only turned
only
the ball over twice and got like 7 stocks.
There's only 2 players, Jordan, in NBA history who have ever had 5 steals in a triple-double, in a 40-point triple-double. Can you name them?
I would let me guess.
Scotty
Barnes got to be one of them.
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay, now I know you're serious.
Somebody got background noise like crazy.
Is it me?
All right. No. Go ahead, Jordan. You good?
All right. So
I'll give you a hint. One of them is Cade Cunningham last night.
Okay, Cade Cunningham.
How many others?
James Harden. James Harden.
Not James Harden.
Draymond Green.
40-point triple-double with 5 steals.
Triple-double with 5
man, Michael Jordan.
Sounds like something lost.
It is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2 players in NBA history. Now, Jordan, this is where I think we need to talk about you talking about Cade taking all these shots, right? Because I watched the game back. Obviously, the sticker shock value. Oh my God, you took 46 shots, or that's crazy, right? It seems crazy, but when you think about the context of the fact that they were down all those guys, it makes perfect sense. There is another guy who once took 49 shots to get 64 points, but he also took 43 shots to get 49 points, 43 shots to get 43 points, 43 shots to get 41 points, 39 shots to get 29 points, and that is Michael Jordan as well. So the point is, it happened.
Did you take 39 shots for 29 points?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to get.
It was against the San Antonio Spurs in 1997, and it was towards the tail end of his career. The 43 shots to get 43 points was against the Houston Rockets and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Michael Jordan shot 50% for
my point is sometimes your team is down and you just need to find a win. Okay, like it doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter. Kobe had plenty of these games. I honestly, if you asked me this 10 years ago, I say that's shot chucking. But today I've grown. And to be honest, I think he played a really good game.
But why?
It's not an A+ game. It's an A game.
But Pin, to your point, it's funny that you say that because you said today I would say he played a really good deal. But my thing is, that actively goes against this. It's more skilled now because, like, why can't other guys take shots?
Because the other guy's Duncan Robinson. Like,
exactly,
bro. Like he was down so many guys. Ron Holland and Duncan Robinson. Like, first of all, I don't think the Wizards are not. They're not 1-9 bad. Okay, like they're a bad team, but they got some players, man. They got Chris Middleton. They got, they got some dudes, man. They got some dudes. This is not the Charlotte Bobcats, okay?
Yeah, but they're bad team. I ask you though. What does that mean? I ask you,
bro. They're bad relative to the competition. I dropped.
To be fair, the rest of the team shot 69 shots, so they did shoot.
Yeah, it was just a high-paced game. It's just sticker value. It's a shock value. You know what I mean? It's like
you took 45 of them joints. He didn't shoot well.
But Jordan, though, like we all know,
he could have got 81.
Could have got
no. He really could have if he would have made his shots. But like Mars, you remember I asked this question? I think it was a couple weeks ago. I said, who shoulders more their offense, Giannis or Cade?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we talk about offenses in the NBA, Cade probably has the most responsibility. It'd be Giannis, Jokic, Cade. Like they literally have, and Jokic actually has help. They just run the offense through him like crazy. But Cade has to do stuff like this. Like honestly, like 3 months from now or next month, if I was to see another game and I seen Cade shoot 45 shots, I would not be surprised because Cade, he doesn't have to shoot 45 shots. But if he does with this offense and with this team and the way that they're relying on him, I won't be surprised. My only thing is, Cade, buddy, I'm not mad that you shot 45. You just at least got to make 20 of them. Like, shooting 45 to make it 14 is ridiculous.
He shot bad.
Ridiculous.
He was 4 for 5 for 17. Let me rephrase that. Because I was watching that.
You know, in
game.
2002,
How do you
Kobe took
shoot
47 to
threes
get
and you only
41.
made 5?
You know, in 2002, Kobe took 47 shots to make 41 points.
Yeah, but do you understand the criticism that Kobe get for that shit though?
Yeah,
Yes.
the same.
But he also gets a lot of praise.
To be fair,
Yeah,
if the
but
Pistons
Pin-
lost last night, I
He
think
get a lot
Cade
of
would've
praise
got
because
more
he got a
Pistons.
lot of trophies. He got a lot of rings.
And there also are
Cade.
people criticizing Cade for last night,
Cade's
or
like
at least
20
saying that like.
Yeah,
so
those
it's
people are
Pin,
box,
that doesn't
FP.
matter. You can't throw his age out there. You can't do that. Like if you're gonna shoot that many shots, you just got to shoot better. That's just all it is. Even with Kobe Bryant, if Kobe Bryant was playing today and he would do that, I would say the same thing about Kobe. If you shoot 40 shots and only score 35, yes, you're Kobe. Yes, you're still dope, but you got to shoot better than that.
In 06 and 05 and shit, when Kobe was doing that, we were saying the same thing about Kobe when he was doing that shit. It was nobody was like, "Oh, it's great, Kobe's shooting." We was all like, "Damn, you like pass the ball." You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't make him any less of a player, Pin. It doesn't.
They do it to AI now. To be fair,
I just feel totally different about.
So we
this
did it to AI then
because
too.
when you take that many shots, like I understand that you burden a lot of responsibility, but it's not like you taking the same coverage that the rest of your teammates are. This is not like, oh, the Wizards are like, let's put the best defender on Cade or let's put the best defender on Duncan Robinson. No, it's like we collapse on Cade. Now, Cade did face a lot of single coverage last night, to be fair. You know, there was a lot of
playing
single
that good at defense last night.
No, they weren't. And so you can call it what it was, but you can also like focus on the positive. If you focus on the positive, it was third game in 4 nights. His team was down a lot of bodies, and he found a way. And, you know, he came up huge. He was one of the biggest reasons why they even came back into that game. They were out of that game. Just to be clear, beginning of the fourth quarter, they were done. They were cooked. It was like, oh, wow, I can't believe, you know, the Wizards are actually going to win this. But, you know, you're missing Beef Stew. I think he's one of your best players. You're missing Asar Thompson. You're missing a lot of really good dudes, okay? And the fact that Cade is still able to generate that kind of rim pressure, that kind of shot quality, and find energy on the third game in 4 nights to push this game to overtime. Now, once at overtime, for sure, he had his struggles, and you know the rest of his teammates kind of came through, but he got them there. So it's not just about like it's not how many you scored, it's when you scored. You scored when the game was out of reach. You brought them back. So that's why I think he deserves a lot of credit. And he also played defense. So, you know, a lot of these dudes, like, frankly, if I'm being honest, a lot of these dudes that we talk about a lot on this channel, like they don't play defense. They be scoring 45, but they don't play defense. It's hard to score defense and pick up that many shots,
I watched the games last night. I watched like a game. I'm seeing a lot of badass defense from nobody. Like the worst defense that's being played in the NBA right now is fucking transition defense. Like motherfuckers just trot back in transition all the time, and the game is played in transition. So that's some of the worst defense I've seen. But I kind of want to shift it a little bit because I kind of want to ask, and I don't want to make this old head segment or old head conversation. But Chill and Ox and Ron too, you know, just playing in college. You would think there would ever be a time where a motherfucker would be like, we played 3 games in 4 nights, and that's all you do, and you would be like tired, like exhausted, like from playing a game of basketball.
You're supposed to be tired. Like you're gonna be tired, especially playing at the NBA level. If you're 48 minutes is a lot different. Hold on, let me answer real quick. 48 minutes is a lot different than 40 minutes of college basketball. 12-minute quarters is a lot of basketball.
They don't play 48 minutes.
I know, Ron. I know they're not playing, but still, it's a longer game. You're gonna play more minutes. You're gonna play more minutes in the NBA. So, all right, but still, 3 games in 4 nights, you're gonna be tired. You're supposed to be tired. You're an athlete. You play. You are an athlete. This is your job. So while I'm saying that, yeah, they're tired, I don't think it's a big deal though. Like if
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And my bad. I phrased the question wrong because I don't want to say that they're not tired. Like, yeah, you'll be tired. You'll be banged up. You know what I mean?
They're supposed to be tired at that
level. Basketball, you get your body banged up all the time. Like just playing pickup, you do. But I'm saying like 3 games in 4 nights, and you got guys who sitting out. Now, if you got like a hamstring injury like Jalen Green, I think you should be very cautious with them type of injuries. But for motherfuckers that was playing healthy and hooping their ass off the game before, and then now you sitting on the sideline, like that's the shit I don't understand. But for Jalen Green to ball out 29 coming off a fresh hamstring injury, and then the next game they play him when he just had a hamstring injury, it's like that shit is backwards to me because y'all sit a motherfucker out with nothing wrong with him. Nothing. And when somebody really got something wrong with them, you pushing them. So I asked that question because it's like, number one, Cade shouldn't be playing all them damn minutes. Like Cade been playing 37 minutes a game, damn near for the last couple of games.
The last 3 he's averaging 40.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, why is he playing
Jordan?
40
That's
minutes?
not that crazy.
No, 40 minutes is crazy.
Like,
that's
it's
insane.
It's really not though. These dudes go through a training camp.
Crazy.
Cade trains with high level trainers all summer. Like I'm telling, in what is Cade 23? Like, chill. I know you remember this.
He's a baby.
Chill. I know you remember this.
Yeah, but
I was with you.
Never now.
I was with you. We used to practice, and the practices were harder than the games, by the way. So I'm throwing this context out.
Yeah,
so you guys aren't like, well, the practice ain't the game. We used to practice with the practices being harder than the games. 3 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. We will practice 3 hours. That's scrimmaging. That's doing drills, defensive drills, weight room. And on top of that, you got conditioning. We running 626s, suicides, 17s. If somebody fucks up, get on the line. We don't let coach be mad and don't let somebody do some dumb shit. We're running 6 of them back to back to back to back to back. We used to do that every day, Monday through Saturday. The practices were harder than the games. Oh, and by the way, guess what? We practice Monday through Friday, and guess what we're doing on Saturday? We're playing a game. I'm not giving these guys a pass, and the reason why I'm not doing it is because I've done it. I've been in their shoes. I played multiple games a week. I used to play back-to-back games in my conference. I'm not giving them a pass. 40 minutes is not a lot. You guys can think it is, and you guys are entitled to your opinion.
I think it's a lot over 82 games, though. I think it's a lot over 82.
But you have.
Well, I don't think they want a pass.
You were tired and you had no legs. Like you've
right, and that's the point.
Yeah,
that's my point, Marsh. I don't think I don't
poorly because of it.
I was just talking about.
I don't think these dudes want. I don't think these dudes want necessarily a pass run. I get what you're saying, and I understand your question too, Drench. But I'm saying like. I know people might be like, "Oh, they're tired," but as athletes, these dudes grew up on that. Like Cade Cunningham has played way more minutes in 4 days than he just did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like
sure.
you got to remember these dudes. Like we all been in those circuits where you're 16 years old and you're playing 7 games in 3 days. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You've gone to a city and played in two different tournaments at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Or might have played for 2 different teams. These dudes have done this before. This ain't no big deal for them, and I don't think we should make a big deal about it. I think obviously in 4 nights, 3 games is a lot, especially when you're a star player like Cade Cunningham. Right, but even when you're a player like Cade Cunningham, you're going to play a lot of minutes, especially in 4 nights. But I think it's obvious that it's a lot on him, but I also think that's okay. These are world-class athletes.
But like I was saying, I don't want to make it seem, to Mars' point too, I don't want to make it seem like I'm saying they're not going to be tired. Like, yeah, you're going to be tired. Like that's something that coaches has always looked out for. Like, guys, we got 4 games in 3 nights. We're going to look to the end of the bench a little bit more. We're going to play a little bit more guys, which I think coaches should do. You should do that. But I'm just talking about like the guys like sitting out. Like, the fuck you doing sitting out? And we got 4 games in 3 nights. Like, what are you sitting out for? Like, if you now. Once again, I do want to iterate. If you Jalen Green and you just coming off of hamstring injury that kept you sidelined for 2-3 months, you want to be very careful with a hamstring. We all know growings, hamstring, calves, all of those things take time to heal, and your body got to get used to what it's going to go through to heal itself. So Jalen Green probably should have sat out the next game, but I just saw Asar and Tobias Harris just playing. What the fuck they doing sitting out this game? And Cade got to go play 48 minutes or however many minutes he played, and he got to shoot 45 shots. I don't get that. Now, let's say in game 25, Ron, and Cade is averaging 40 minutes. Yeah, he's young enough to do it. But he averaging 40 minutes, and they playing more possessions. The game is a lot faster. I think that's part of the reason why these guys get these injuries a little bit. Now, game 25, Cade banged up. Like, what are we doing? Like
that's part of it though. You're supposed to be banged up.
No, I'm talking about banged up to where he got to sit out for a couple weeks and a couple months. When we were practicing and everybody was going through the ringer, we respected everybody getting their ass up every day, like Ron said, practicing Monday through Saturday, going hard in these drills, defending at a high level in practice, and we expect everybody to play. You look at your teammate like, God damn, this motherfucker don't want to play. Like, that's the shit I think that's like that I don't get it. You know, and I don't want to bring Michael Jordan up, but I will, because he said one time in an interview about him playing 82 games that he like, shit, I really want to play all of them because I just love playing basketball that much. Like, I love playing basketball. Like, I just want to play all the damn games.
What's a sufficient amount of minutes that a guy should be playing? Let's talk about just particularly a top 10 player. What's a sufficient amount of minutes in today's game that Kevin Durant should be playing?
I mean,
what's comfortable for you? What do you think is comfortable in terms of minutes?
So for Kevin Durant, for me, I would say if I was managing Kevin Durant, I would say if I'm watching KD move comfortably and I'm talking to him and he's saying like, oh, I'm good, I can play 33, 34, I'll let KD play 33, 34. If he moves like KD, don't have no issues going on. Now, 3 games in 4 nights, he's not going to average 40 minutes or he's not going to average 34. Some of them, like we up 14 in the 4th, I'm going to let KD sit down a little bit longer until that lead get down to maybe 7, 8. But I'm watching Devin Booker beating the hell out of who they played the other day. We was watching on playback chill. They beating the hell out of was that New Orleans that they played? I can't remember.
Yes.
No, it was the Clippers. They beating the hell out of the Clippers. Devin Booker is in the game in the 4th quarter. The whole starting 5 is in the game in the 4th quarter, just getting their shots up. What are we doing? But then guess what? When it come down to 4 games and 5 nights, they gonna sit out. Oh, he resting. Like it's something off in this shit.
The thing about that, Jordan, is if you're checking the game, if you're playing in the game as opposed to resting, like if you're not playing, that goes on against your average, that goes against your stats, and you know these dudes have to have their stats right. That's a part. But for them, it's about all NBA. It's about the accolades. It's about getting that money. So you know, there's more that goes into it, and even if we disagree with it, we got to understand it, and to some extent, we have to respect it because that's their livelihood. So if I'm gonna play today, if I'm not load managing, meaning I'm not playing, I'm not checking in, it's not gonna go against my average or whatever. But if I check in, if I'm playing, I got to get my shots up. I need 24. I need 25.
Yeah, but you don't need to be in the game when y'all beating the Clippers by 20.
I need my average up.
See, that's what but then again, but that's what I'm saying. So it becomes like basically forget the fans.
What I'm trying to make sense of is what's sufficient. I just watched Wemby, and I know we're going to get to this game, Ron, but I watched Wemby go 38-10. He only played 3 quarters. That's it. He played 3 quarters last night.
You wouldn't be different though. I agree with Mars. We got to get Wemby out of the league.
Minutes, right? No.
Yeah.
How many minutes did he play?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
36.
What did he play, like 20?
36.
He played 3 quarters worth of minutes. So 12 times 3. That's what he said.
A lot of minutes.
That's it. He played 3 quarters. Giannis is barely playing half the games. Giannis is barely playing half the game. He's playing 33
Giannis
minutes.
Giannis is averaging like 30-something minutes.
I think he's averaging 35 minutes a game, Mark?
He's averaging. So he's
that's a lot of minutes.
He's playing a little bit more than half the game, and I understand physically what it is with Giannis. Like when I think about Cade Cunningham, and I think about when you're talking about being an all-time great, and like there's gonna be stretches when you have to play like this because to your point, we were shorthanded last night, and unfortunately, who was shorthanded?
I'm talking about the Pistons. The Pistons shouldn't have been shorthanded like that.
Yeah,
why was Tobias sitting now? I get Saw rolled his ankle, right? But why is Tobias sitting now?
I think he's been out of Atlanta for a couple of times, for a while now. Like Tobias Harris hasn't been out. Sit down? Beef still got a knee injury and an ankle injury too.
Which by the way, just banged up. I think they just banged up.
Joy way.